Hello everyone, welcome to another Power Talk with Archana. This is your platform to reach out to the stars. Plan your success with me, Archana, as I lead you, inspire you, and support you to unleash your passions and expertise, coach you and mentor you to achieve your success goals and your life goals about the drive you've always dreamt for. With my world-class and virtual in-person coaching and mentoring. Welcome to my world as I collaborate with business leaders from across the world. Let's welcome one such business leader, Johnson Matthew. Johnson is a part of my professional network based in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India. He's the Chief of Human Resources with IRM Group. IRM is the non-pharma business of Cadila Pharmaceuticals Limited. His international experience includes various programs, contributions, and participation in different countries for diverse fields in bioprocess stream. With rich experience of more than a decade with Cadila Pharmaceuticals and its group companies, change management, crisis management, people's management, talent acquisition, Johnson Matthew knows the art like the back of his hand. Let's dig into his gray matter about life, work, and beyond. Hello, Johnson. How are you doing?
Fine. I'm doing fine, Archana. What about you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for coming on board. Let's start this journey and take them through what goes on in a corporate like yours. Johnson, we know, the art of crisis management has been quite like what oxygen is for life. It's been there always. But more so now, it is quite the key for business resilience, and it acts as a catalyst to shape the employee experience in more than one way, especially now when we are going through pandemic. Now, as a crisis responder yourself, how did you manage to continuously develop your team and your people, consider their skill sets and expertise within your organization during the pandemic?
See, I'll just tell you what does HR mean to Johnson and HR fraternity across the world. It should be always haste raho or hasate raho. That's what I feel. That's called HR or HR. And then to achieve this, we should have some competency. So there are 7-8 competency where HR has to have. One is your technical expertise. Second should be a relationship management. Your consultancy background should be there. Then you got your, influencing skill. You got your cultural effectiveness. You got ethics practice, and on. So there are 8 parameters which I always focus on. So my team in Cadila and IRM Group were focusing on that. So example, I'll tell you my HR team, they work on workforce planning. They work on how to keep a relationship with each SBU head. And in this pandemic situation, we have been handling them very, very well by keeping them tact, giving them more job, not on the job which we require now at the moment, but to keep our employee motivating by giving some good training courses. Yesterday we did some brand management course, and tomorrow there's going to be expert talk on pharma machinery. We did earlier on agri, we did on Vetnova. So they develop the communication skill. They know what they're going to do. That's what is a critical situation where we handle it.
Amazing. Of course, I totally understand.
Yeah, please go ahead.
No, please go on.
So to achieve this, competency, we have different level of competency marked in our HR. So there are some people who are entry level, some are experience level, some are senior. So I have divided into different roles. Like I got some people who are fresher, so I try to give them some research job. I give them some talent acquisition job. So there are some experienced people, they work on talent management. There are some people who are working on your OD intervention, training and development. We are making curriculum for all subject. So that's what is my people doing in this critical situation and pandemic situation, because we need to keep them busy. We need to keep them ready for 2021. Yep.
Absolutely. I think that is very, very essential today. Like you very rightly said, knowing the expertise and the skill set of your people, I think that is what gets the ball rolling. The team experience has to be such that the team works in collaboration with each other, network with each other, and work as a team together. That you have to be a team player for that, and which we totally see that you are. Great. Tell me one thing. I mean, what do you see the future of the current teams? I mean, do you see an expansion of the teams of more members coming in, or contributing in the overall growth of the organization, support highly charged environment in the organization, or it is still in the cost-cutting driven mindset? What are your thoughts there?
No, no, no. We are not worrying, thinking about cost cut at all. As of today, we have been improving the competency. So I will say the COVID which has come, should say it should come every year. If it comes every year, people will start working more smarter. They'll put more effort. They'll have patience on ground. See, earlier what happened on the job, routine job, they don't get patience. Now they have a patience level. They improved on a patience level. They are efficient. They are very proactive. They got a family relationship going on building now. So they got influencing skill with their family, which they bring back to the table and use it in the day work. So I think they are doing fantastic. We are not talking about cost cut, but we are talking about more hiring. And we have been hiring people on this pandemic situation. So the business is going on.
Wow.
Efficiency is going on. The productivity is going on. There is no panic situation in our IRM group of companies.
That's absolutely amazing. But all said and done with, Johnson, we are struggling our way out the pandemic. Office life has definitely started, got regularized quite a bit. But, do you feel there's a need in the change of perspectives regarding the people management, and how important you would like to reconsider, redesign strategies regularly at different organizational levels, to exhibit inclusive leadership? What are your thoughts on that?
See, we have always management development program. That's called MDP. We have it, and we have been tied up with a lot of different institutions across country where we send them for courses to develop themselves. But during this pandemic situation, we have our own MD department, which we utilize this time, where we got a gentleman called Nathaniel Nesakumar, who has been in their system, and he's been doing a lot of leveraging program. That is called senior management program. That is called advanced Excel program. A finance for non-finance program. We got a sales force effectiveness program. Then we got a sales psychological program. So there are many skills development going on. So I am very sure that till December, if these people take this skill, develop themselves, 2021 Jan, we are going to rock on job, on your career path, on your business productivity. So they will be ready for doing any job, multitasking, and we are trying to give them a multitasking job also now. So one can do 2 jobs, 2 can do 4 jobs. That's what is IRM group believing in on.
Yeah, I think that's quite right. I think skill development is one area that everyone needs to focus, and it's quite important for people today. And yeah, as you very rightly said, it's definitely going to improve the landscape of our financial, planning, and the way the finances look in the company, the overall growth of the company. Very rightly said. Johnson, tell me one thing. You have been into the human resources from a long time, taking care of your teams, developing your teams, looking after their skill sets, the interests of the people, creating that kind of an entrepreneurial environment within your organization. Have you ever felt, being a crisis responder yourself, have you ever felt the need of somebody like an HR for you to maybe shoulder you all throughout?
Oh, I got my HR guru. Always I believe in him. He's my mentor. He's my guru. He's my well-wisher, Dr. Rajiv I. Modi. He's my chairman of IRM Group and Cadila Pharmaceutical. He has been mentoring me since 11 years. He's been my buddy. He's been my motivator, my counselor, my guru, my teacher, everything. I've learned a lot of things from him. How to deal with the people, how to be the people, and how human you should be with the people. So I'm very human to everyone. I'm a neutral HR person, and I believe into practicality. I don't believe into theory. So I listen to every grievance of employee who come to my cabin. I make them sit. I got a chocolate basket, a basket of chocolate here. So they'll tell them to pick up that first, have the chocolate first, sit down for 2 minutes, then they forget what they came for. So that's what Johnson believe into. I'm always with my employee and employer. And I always try to believe that shut your brain and listen to the opposite party, you will get a solution. That's what is my take home every day. And I don't try to curse anybody, which my father and mother has taught me. Do not curse anyone in your life. That's a human resource person, which is called haste reho or hasate reho, which always I smile, I make them smile, I'm also laughing. So that's what is human resource. We used to be always smiling, and we take a call every time smiling. We don't take serious. My team across globe or country, wherever I train them, groom them, my junior seniors who worked under me, they do same what Johnson is doing. But they cannot duplicate Johnson, but they do what I have implemented. That's what.
Amazing, amazing, wonderful words out there, Johnson. I think you have encapsulated everything, every aspect, every delicate part of the role of an HR today. I think this is very important. The employee-employer relationship, I think that is something which is very, very, very crucial, and how beautifully you've described it all and put things together. I think this is really amazing. Talks a lot about the kind of leadership you've been exhibiting all along for your people, and I think that is the reason why you are a popular leader among your teammates, your colleagues. Very nice. As we wind up this conversation, Johnson, what are your power words to the fraternity, to the working fraternity today? What kind of resilience you expect out of them, what kind of mental strength you expect out of them, what kind of diligence and output you expect out of them, so that they can really, really make a good use of this time. I feel this is one time which you can really use to thrive. You can really use to thrive and make a good fortune for yourself. What are your expert thoughts on that?
So what I say, as a HR fraternity across India and global, we need to be very honest on our work. We should keep our hands and nose clean. Thirdly, which I use always, punch word, which I always use to myself: I act, I achieve. If you don't act, you are not going to achieve.
Yeah.
And that's what is my roadmap to win. So that's why I always think about the customer and act immediately. That's what we should do it. As a HR, always say, I act, I achieve. That's my funda, which I use it every time to everyone. And to my people across country, I think you should also use this word called I act and I achieve. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Johnson. Thanks a lot for your kind words here. Thanks a lot for your wise wisdom, full of wisdom words. We wish you all the best and have a happy life.
My pleasure talking to you, Archana. Same there.
Thanks a lot, Johnson. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
That was Johnson Matthew for you. Caring about people and putting them first is what builds a workplace culture. Listening sessions and regular meetings is what makes a great human resource manager. And this definitely enhances employee experience, brings about collaboration within teams, which affects organizational culture significantly. Last but not the least, this engagement definitely improves productivity. I hope you really enjoyed this conversation. I wish you all the best and stay tuned for more.